Hey there folks, today I'd like to take a casual peek into the Gothitropolis Anubos action figure set by Four Horsemen Studios. This set was first available in 2011 through the Four Horsemen Studios web store called Store Horseman, and I purchased this set through their store in 2011 as part of a bundle package, and this particular set cost about $30 at the time. Now, this Anubos figure can be either Anubos, a unique character, or a variant of Scarabus, the main character in the line, depending on how you want to set it up. And the Anubos set, as of this video, is currently sold out on the Store Horseman website. Taking a look at the Anubos figure here, you can see it's a very detailed figure. And currently the figure in the packaging has the variant Scarabus head on the figure, and you can see all the nice detail going on with this particular sculpt here. And this is a variant of the main Scarabus costume. And over here we have the alternate head if you wish to set this figure up as Anubos, which is very nice. And we also have extra hands, effects parts, extra optional body parts, and also accessories. Very, very cool. On the side here we have a picture of Scarabus there, the main character. And on the other side we have another view of that character. Here we have the back of the package. And turning this down a little bit, hopefully you can read the very small print there of an excerpt from the Gothitropolis mythos there. Down here we have more text over here. In the middle we have a picture of Scarabus himself, and along the sides we have either variant characters or unique characters, again depending on how you want to set it up. On the left here we have Demon Fire Scarabus, Melcom or Melchom, Anubos, Azazel, and Thothos down there. And on the right hand side we have Dormant Form Scarabus, Nergal, Horos, Horus. A little dark there, let me adjust that. And we also have the Timekeepers, which are actually a different figure altogether. Now we'll be right back and have Anubos here out of the package. Alright, we're back and we have Anubos here out of the package. And before we get into the great accessories and the excellent figure that is Anubos here, I do want to mention that I did say that I paid $30 for this set. Now, for many collectors, $30 for an action figure set is a bit steep, and I have to admit, when I first purchased this, I thought it was a little expensive, but I did still purchase this because I thought it was a really neat set. And having recently gotten into the import action figure hobby, especially the Japanese import figures, where those figures are equally as detailed, articulated, and equally as accessorized, but actually cost on par, if not more, than this Anubos set. I quickly realized that the $30 that I paid for this set is a great deal, especially for what it comes with. And I really recommend taking a look at the Gothitropolis series, because for $30 you really get a great figure, and it's actually a steal compared to a lot of higher end action figures. Now let's go ahead and take a look at all of the neat items that come included with the Anubos set here. And first we're going to go ahead and take a look at the bonus items. These are items that don't really go with Anubos specifically, but actually go with the Timekeepers. The Four Horsemen Studios included these 3 bonus items that are basically accessory items that are included if you have any of the Timekeeper figures. And it's actually kind of cool. This particular set comes with this nice helmet here, or a headdress that you can put on the Timekeepers, which is very cool. And then you have a piece of shoulder armor that you can accessorize the figure with, and also I guess a spearhead, because the Timekeepers come with this staff-like or weapon-like accessory, and then you can actually change the head of the staff or weapon to become a spear. So that's kind of cool how the Four Horsemen included these 3 bonus items that don't really go with the figure but actually go with the Timekeepers. So really a nice neat surprise to have to go with this figure set. Now, taking a look at some of the other items that are included with Anubos. Anubos comes with alternate hands, and you have a total of 3 sets of hands. You have a pair of closed fists on there. Here, let me get the figure out of the way so you can get more detail on these hands here. You have a pair of closed fists here. You can see all the detail on the back of the hand there. Very nice. And they do come with a pair of what I like to call emotive hands, or spell casting hands, or whatever you want to call it. Basically open hands that are curved at the fingers, as if he were grasping or spell casting, or whatever you want to do with it. And it comes with a pair of them, and one of them is on the figure at the moment. That's pretty cool. And the third set of hands are basically gripping hands, and you can see here that this equally is detailed on the back of the hand there, and you got the gripping form of the hand. Again, one of the other gripping hands is on the figure at the moment. So very, very cool on the alternate hands. Now, the figure also comes with, like the Timekeeper bonus item, an alternate spearhead. So if you don't want to have the figure wielding a staff, you can actually use it as a spear instead. And let me go ahead and get the see if I can pull this off of the figure here. He's got a tight grip on it, but here is the staff here. And while we're at it, you can take a look at all of the details of the staff, and it's actually pretty cool. And you can see this is a semi-translucent orb on the top of the staff here, with a scarab design at the top and painted gem at the very top there. Very cool. And you can see it's a nice, nicely painted staff that where you can change the staff head, and you just pull that off there. Very nice. And if you wanted to use it as a spear, you can put the spearhead on there, and that's pretty cool. And I don't believe the orb on this one is translucent all the way, although it looks like it's made of the same material, but it's probably got something solid in between the 2 ends of the orbs there, so you really can't see through it. But very cool, still nice design. You can see it's well painted on the staff, or the spear tip there. And then you got the staff itself. Very, very cool, and some more details on the staff head. And you can see how it's a little bit translucent there. Very cool, and nice design of the scarab. Now, for this particular figure set, I like it as a staff more than a spear on there. Also, that comes included with the figure are a pair of fire effects, or spell effects. Very cool. They look like flames, and these are painted in, or not really painted, but cast in blue. There may be a little bit of highlighting paint on there, I'm not sure, but it's very cool, semi-translucent, and these effects have holes in them where you can place the fingers, I believe, of the emotive hands. I'm not sure which one goes on which one at the moment. I haven't actually tried recently. Maybe that one, you can stick that one on the fingertips through there, through the little holes. Very cool. And you get a pair of them, and each one is actually a unique sculpt. They're not the same sculpt, so that's very cool on there. He also comes with a pair of pincers or claws, I'm not sure what you want to call them, and you can see that they're got a hinge and a peg in there that go into the back of the figure here, and they basically just plug in, and you have an extra, if you want, or optional pincer at the back of the figure. Now for me personally, I do not want it for this particular character, but you can if you choose to. You just plug it in there. You really got to push it in, and then I can't seem to get it in at the moment, but you really have to push it into the peg hole there, and it allows articulation all the way around, even in and out on there. But very cool if you want that scarab-like theme to your character and have that bug-like, I guess, pincers or claws on there. Very neat, nicely sculpted there. Now the one final accessory we have here is the alternate face. Now this particular figure set does not come with an alternate head, not like the Nurgle set, which came with an alternate head. This one just comes with an alternate face. Whether you want to use the alternate or I guess variant Scarabus design, which this is of Scarabus's face here. You can see the nice detail with the chin ornament there, pretty cool, and then nicely painted gold detail around the eyes. Very, very cool. Or if you want to use it for Anubos himself, which I prefer. For me, I plan to use Anubos here as an advisor to Scarabus. One of his advisors, so that's how I plan to use it. But if you want to use this alternate face, it's not too difficult to actually exchange the faces. You basically pull the face forward, and that'll loosen that, and you can see that it's tabbed into here, that you can actually plug into the face there. So the Scarabus variant has a tab as well. You just basically push that in, and you have a variant Scarabus, which is nice, and it blends in very well. It doesn't look off or anything like that. It's actually kind of neat. But again, me personally, I prefer the Anubos, I guess, head design or face design. And removing the variant Scarabus face is a little bit more difficult because it's a little bit smaller and harder to grip. But you can just simply place the face tabbed in, and it's very, very secure. It's nice and tight, but you can still pull it off if you need to. And let me go ahead and put this on here. And we have Anubos. And this is a very cool figure. We just take a look at some of the details. You can see Anubos here, very dog-like, Egyptian dog-like style. I guess much like Anubis, but this character is called Anubos, so I guess a variant of that name. And you can see the nice details on this dog-like face. You got the snout there with the tip of the nose. It's very cool. And also the eyes, which are painted blue with the nice gold around the eyes. Very well painted. No bleed that I can see at all. Very, very cool. And of course, you have the Egyptian-like style ear to the sculpt with again some gold paint. Very well done. No bleed on that as well, and it's just very, very cool. Now, since this is really just an alternate face, you do have the same headdress that the Scarabus wears, and which is fine. I don't mind, and it's got the wrappings around the face and draping down across the shoulders, and it's actually kind of cool. And then you have a smaller one on the inner part, and which is very nice as well. Now, one thing I didn't mention is on the Anubos face, or maybe it is the Scarabus head, but there is a nice sculpt of a gem on the top of the head there. Very cool. And you got a pair of pincers in the back there, which is very nice. And here's the back of the design. Nice cracked design to show wear. That's actually sculpted into there. Very, very cool. Now, as I mentioned, this can be a variant to Scarabus, and the body is basically the same as the main Scarabus figure. Now, I do have a Scarabus figure itself, and I'll just use this as a comparison. He's still in the packaging, but you can see how the differences between the two. Now, for this particular Anubos figure, the differences may not look too much, but there is paint differences on here, especially the darker color of blue used, and this is more of a turquoise green on there. And this one is just really a blue themed, blue and red themed, while this one's a more of a turquoise themed to the color on there. But if you want to compare it against another variant Scarabus, I do have the Nurgle figure, which I'm using as a unique character as well. And you can see the Nurgle here is entirely in blue, different shades of blue, so very different paint-wise. And it does make it look a bit unique between the two, especially with the different head altogether. And you can see the differences. It's very, very nice. Now, taking a look at some of the details on the body for this particular figure, you can see that's very well done, very well detailed, and just excellent all around. You can see the shoulder here, which is very nice, and you also have orbs here on the ends of the shoulder, which are translucent, which is very, very cool. Now, the shoulder piece is actually attached to his cloak here, which is made of a rubberized material and can be removed. It's actually tabbed into the back, and you just basically take that, and you can see there is a tab here, a curved tab that can go into the back of the figure here. So if you do not want to have your figure wrapped in a cape there, you can have the figure stand alone just with his current dress here, like as shown, which is pretty nice if you want to do alternatives to the figure. And it's very, very cool on there. But for one of Scarabus' advisors, I like to have him decked out in his cloak there. And I'll just put that back on. Taking a look at more detail on the torso, you can see the very nice gold paint on the upper and mid torso area. It's very cool, very nice. You can see more sculpting design of, I'm not sure if that's a phoenix there, but very cool. And you can see all the nice detail across the waist with the scarab design there in the middle. Very, very nicely done. And then you have the skirt area here, which is made of a softer rubberized material, as well as it's attached to the leg on both sides here, and it's not actually a joined piece with this middle skirt area, which is nice because it allows you to have greater articulation for the figure. They designed that ahead of time so that this middle part is not actually part of the sides here, so you can free up for posability. Very cool. And underneath you can see some more details here. He's got a forked tail, which you really don't notice, especially with the cape on, which is very neat. And you can see the sculpting detail of the legs. Very cool. Very nice texture design there. And also the lower leg here with some straps. Very cool. And one thing that for me is a bit of a miss, not too big of a miss, really a minor nitpick, are the hoofed feet. It seems like every character in the Gothitropolis universe has hoofed feet. Would have been nice if the Four Horsemen actually had some alternate feet on here, but they did not include that. So every figure, whether it's a unique character like Anubos or Scarabus, have hoofed feet. But the hoofed feet are actually nicely detailed. You can see the texture, cracked texture there on the hoofed feet. It's actually very nice, and you can see all the fur on top of the feet there. Very, very cool. And feet are rather flat, add a little bit of stability, and they still included some peg holes if you want to use a stand on there. So overall, great figure on the design, the sculpt, and with all of these extra pieces, you really can create a new character and not just a variant of Scarabus. Now, going over articulation, the head is basically on a pin joint and is actually quite easy to remove the head. Especially the way they designed it. If, like the Nurgle figure, you want to use the alternate head, you can just easily pull that off. But this particular set did not include an alternate head, it just had the base head here. But you can see it's a very basic pin design. With the pin design, let me plug this back in, you do have a range of motion that can go side to side, but not all the way around due to the headdress running into the shoulders there. But I'm sure you could get it all the way around if you worked at it, but you don't need to. But the head also does go up and down and slightly side to side. Now the arms at the shoulders are on a ball hinge joint, allows the arm to go all the way around without the cape, but with the cape it is restricted on the movement there, and it does go out to the side as well. There is a bicep articulation that can go all the way around. The arms are joined at the elbows with a hinged joint, so it can go in and out. The hands are on a swiveled hinge joint that can go all the way around as well as in and out. And that's for all of the hands, and not just the ones that are on the figure. So that's kind of cool. There is no torso articulation on this figure due to the very nice sculpt here. They purposely left that out. But there is waist articulation, allows the figure to go all the way around at the waist. The legs are joined at the hip with a hinged swivel joint, so you can bend the foot upwards, downwards to the back, as well as out to the side. There is a swivel joint at the thigh that can go all the way around. There's a hinge joint at the knee to bend the knee of the figure. And the hoofed feet are on a hinged swivel joint, so you can turn the feet all the way around, as well as up and down. So great articulation for this figure, and it's just really an excellent figure. Just one that's I think deserves a lot more attention than it's getting, and just really worth the $30. To others it may seem steep, but really a drop in the bucket compared to a lot of the other higher end action figures. You just get a whole bunch of neat items that you can design it however you'd like, whether it's a new character or Scarabus himself, or it's just a really great figure to have and well worth the $30. Now this is my casual peek into the Gothitropolis Anubos figure set. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.